What's up, guys? Chasing Lamely here with episode 164 of The Journey. In today's episode, we have the chance to win our fourth trophy of the season. Of the six that are now available, I'll explain shortly. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, and let's go after the League Cup. So let's start our sit rep on the competition screen, shall we? Because that's the easiest way to do it. Of course, we have already secured the European South American Club Challenge. We've secured the UEFA Super Cup, and it's now disappeared from our screen. We also won the MLS All-Star Trophy, so that's 3. Today we play Brighton in the Carabao Cup final. In terms of everything else, the Champions League, we are of course still in because we did win the group phase, the league phase there. We're still in the FA Cup with a game against Manchester United coming up in the 5th round. And in the Premier League, as I said, I'm now counting out of 6. We're currently 14 points behind Manchester City, admittedly with a game in hand, but barring something incredible happening at Manchester City, I think we can probably write that one off for this year. It's not going badly, but it's not going well. We just keep dropping too many points with draws is essentially what's put us in this situation. It's not been a great showing until the second half of the year where, as we come back, let's have a scroll down. So last time we met was for the Lazio game, where we won 4-0 to round out our Champions League phase. We played Burnley and lost 4-3. It was a terrible game. We started so badly. 3-0 down at one stage, came back to 3-2. They got a 4th, we got a 3rd. It was just the boys didn't show up. And I can excuse tired legs usually, but I've been rotating this team every game, so no excuses there. We then played Bristol City in the Carabao Cup semi-final, won 4-0 in the first leg, won 3-0 in the second leg, and in between drew 0-0 with Manchester United, another disappointing draw where we were all over them in this game and just couldn't put it in the net. It was disappointing, I will say. We played Tottenham, beat them 5-1 in the league. We just played Crystal Palace and beaten them 3-0 in the league. So it's not like our form's bad. I mean, we've lost 1 league game this year. We've lost 3 league games all season, one of which was to Manchester City. But Manchester City haven't actually lost since, I think, September. It's a bit ridiculous. They're very, very good. But today, we're going to Wembley. We are playing Brighton in the Carabao Cup final. Another trophy up for grabs, and hopefully we will make that work. So, let's get into it. Let's get ourselves... I've just realised I'm not even at the game time yet. We'll come back in a second for the lineup and things. You know how it goes. So we are going to stay at what I would consider to be full strength. It's going to be Alibert in goal. Enrique starts at right back. He's just in better form than Trent. Trent has been disappearing from games. Diamande, Figueroa and Dorgu. I've been thinking about changing Enrique's role, but I don't know if having him as a complete wing-back is going to be as beneficial to us as having him drifting inside. It's Enrique, Diamande, Figueroa, Dorgu, Lavia, Caicedo, Szoboszlai, Rego, and Ben White up top. He's had 8 goals in 12 appearances, 8 starts. He has absolutely hit the ground running for us, especially when you look at the number of appearances the players around him have made. Marcelo is on the bench with Trent, with Del Moro, Guillaume, Gravenberch, Camino, Bargi, Elliott, and Ansu Fati. We are starting to see the goals coming out of this team. Having Ben White has made such a difference to us, because we are no longer playing players in positions where there are, players up top who are actually attacking midfielders. We're playing everyone in better roles for them, and goals are coming. We're going to say the fans are fantastic for us, because they're the ones who pay your wages and blah, 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 blah. Someone should tell that to the England team. I'm recording this just after we've lost to Senegal, having somehow failed to even try against Andorra. So, it's a curse on modern football. They don't understand they do actually have to put some effort in. Anyway, we are going for it today. We are absolutely going all out to try and win the trophy, because every trophy boosts our reputation. Not that we need to if we win the Champions League this year, because that is the ultimate goal of the series, and we are still very much in it. I'll talk about that in just a second. Well, I said just a second. I'll talk about that after the game, because that will probably be next episode. But let's encourage the boys, settle in. Hopefully a trophy is coming home. Throw in for Brighton, and we finally actually have some action. Gilmour to Atoy gives it away, though, and Furtz to Szoboszlai with a shot from range, saved by Merkovic. And now, well, I thought they were going to come on the counter. They didn't come on the counter. But that is it as far as this game's been absolute rubbish so far. I'll be completely honest with you. This game has been a bit crap. Atoy goes forward now to Mills for Brighton. Back to Atoy again. He's going to be an issue for us, isn't he? To Evan Ferguson, to Luca on the far side. He's into the box. Has a shot. Alibert will save those all day long. And it's looking like a big game of nothing here in the rain at Wembley. Just nothing exciting seems to be happening. We're not getting any real chances happening. We have had the most shots and shots on target. We're a little bit behind on possession, but that will change over the course of the game, I would imagine. I'd be very surprised if it didn't swing in our favour as the game continues with Evan Ferguson on the ball. Back to Atoy, to Ferguson again, back to Luca. Luca to Atoy. Lavia does nothing to prevent that, and Atoy forced out wide. Cross goes in, let's clear this. We haven't. Great save by Alibert. We've got that one clear. I don't know if this is going to develop into a counter. It looks like it might do. Shalrego crosses the halfway line with it. Rain is driving down here as Shalrego makes his way down the near side. Ball cut back for Caicedo, headed into White. He needs to turn back to Diego Enrique as a pop from range. Diego Enrique has looked fairly dangerous from that sort of position recently while he's been in the team. I think he's had 5 goals drifting inside there, and he's definitely looking dangerous doing it, but that was not his best work. And half-time rapidly approaching. Diego Enrique now with the throw-in to Furtz. He'll go inside, one would imagine. He's given it away because him and Enrique couldn't get out of each other's way. That was unfortunate. Figueroa picks it back up. Hopefully we can build from the back here. Diego Enrique again. Gives it away again to Tipple, and it's with Van Hekken now for Brighton, as Dorgu makes a little bit of a nuisance of himself, but it's still in Brighton's possession. Gilmour now running up against us. He's looking for a through ball. Tipple gets to it. Tipple's going to get into the box and shoot, and luckily he misses. I would have been absolutely furious at Diego Enrique if he cost us a goal there with such a ridiculously basic error. But he is an international for Brazil. He should be better than that. We're going to tell them again the fans have been fantastic. I don't know why the players are nervous. You play for Liverpool, son. You've got to expect to occasionally be playing in a final. I don't want to big it up too much, but playing for a club the size of Liverpool, and these are world-class players looking nervous, you have to expect to be in a final from time to time. It doesn't make any sense for you to be nervous in a game like this. You should have played in dozens of cup finals in your career at this point. You've played in 4 this season, and you're looking nervous playing against Brighton in the League Cup final at Wembley. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm getting frustrated because we should have scored by now. We should have at least seen a goal by now. Shalrego and Ben White have decided today isn't for them, and they're not showing up. I am going to make changes, and hopefully one of those changes will decide to score a goal for us as Merkovic goes to Ferry. Please get the ball back and just someone get the ball and put it in the net. Atoy goes forward, out for Mills. We are not pressing. I don't know. My brain can't. We're playing a gegenpress. Liverpool have enough players who remember playing for Klopp still here. The Tipple's in. And all because we couldn't be bothered to press them at any point in that. We're appealing for offside. Frankly, they should never have got through our defence. So to appeal for offside is covering for your own laziness. And hands were up for offside before they even played the ball through. I don't understand. What is this about? Some players are about to leave the field, and I don't know. I don't know what's happening here. Let's make some changes and see if we can fix this. So I've just made 5 subs at once. Del Moro and Guillem are on in midfield as the corner for Brighton. I've brought on, as that comes off the post, I've brought on Elliott and Bargy on the wings. Ansu Fati's gone on up top. I just need someone to produce something. I wanted to take Enrique off, but I couldn't justify it because Dorgu was playing far worse than Enrique was. Otherwise, Trent would be on the field instead. If this goes to extra time somehow, Trent will be coming on. Make no mistake, we're about to concede again, though. I can just kind of feel it coming. I'm going to do an encourage, but we're going to have to try and come back from behind again. And I'm so sick. I'm so sick. That's been given as a goal for Romeo Lavia. Not even an own goal. It's been given as a goal. I'm so sick of us having to come back from behind. That's an interesting call by VAR because that came off our defender. And so I don't think it can actually be offside. Anyway, I'm not going to sit and check a rule book, but I don't think that can be offside. We need a goal. We need a goal now. We need to get back into this game, start looking like a football team that wants to win. If Rooney Bargi gets given a penalty for being, I'm 90% sure, fouled outside the box, but let's see what VAR says. I think that's a free kick, and I'm saying that as the Liverpool manager, I'd love to see a replay on that because I think he was outside the box. I think the game's gone janky. Szoboszlai is stepping up. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. How are you missing? Into the box, Diamande with a header. Ousmane Diamande has to save us far more times than he should do in attacking positions. He's done it again. If only he was able to make everyone else on the field do it defensively, we'd be in a far better position in the league than we are. Because a lot of the draws we've had in the league this season that have cost us being in the fight have been because we've gone behind, because defenders around Diamande have made mistakes and we've had to fight back from them. More often than not, he gets up and scores one of the goals in the comeback. He must be so frustrated at his teammates at this stage of the season. And we are on the back foot again, having given the ball away, as Trudgeon goes forward for Mills. Luckily, Rooney Barge is going, I don't know why he's on the left wing. I definitely told him to go out to the right. I'll fix that in a second. As Guillaume goes to Lavia, back to Caicedo. Caicedo inside for a shot. Nothing good has happened there. It's off the woodwork. I'll make that change to get Rooney Barge on the proper side now while I think about it, because I don't know why that's happened. We'll make do, I guess, and hopefully we will get another goal before we get into extra time. As I said, I do want... Diego Enrique is coming back into the game. Maybe I don't need to take him off. Maybe he's woken up a little bit. Guillaume coming forward to Harvey Elliott. It might be Szoboszlai coming off at this rate as Elliott gets into the box. Can he get a goal? He can't. He can't. Other candidates to come off would be Szoboszlai because his head will have gone after the penalty. It's just an unfixable thing in the FM engine, unfortunately. I say unfixable. SI could fix it, but it's not a thing I can fix on the field. Caicedo is tiring. He could be a candidate to come off as well. In fact, he started to play badly. Could be a candidate. In fact, will be the guy coming off, I think, because that gives me a little more to play with in extra time. And don't let this slip away from you now. We've been the better team. I'm lying to them now, apparently. Let's make the change before we start grabbing people. Caicedo's injured. That's why his performance has started dropping. The logical thing here to do here would be to... The logical thing here is going to be put Harvey Elliott there. We're going to stick Diego Enrique on the left wing, which he can do, and quite well. We'll replace Caicedo with Trent. Hopefully Trent will show up and we can get something from this game. Let's just grab everyone and just say you can make a difference. Go do it. Hopefully that will alleviate some of the nerves that were happening. And we can get out there and get a second goal in extra time. Trent needs to use his experience here. Be a leader on the field because God knows nobody else is stepping up and doing it, including the actual captain. And hopefully something can happen here. We've got a Brighton goal kick, which is terrifying. Let's not do a shout right now because I could destroy everything. Van Hecke forward for Gilmore. Back to Van Hecke and forward again to Trudgeon, who's running at us. We need someone to do some defending here. Mills with a cross. Ferry with a header. Aliabar can't get there. And that, again, is us behind. And it's just... We're so bad. We're so bad at defending. I know we're second in the league. I know we've won 3 trophies this year. We're so bad at the defending. I don't even really know whose fault that was. You could say it was Guillaume's, you could say it was Alibert's, it was someone's fault. I'm going to berate everyone. I'm going to hope that fires them up and gets them focused. We've got to get back into this game. I am running out of cards to play. I think I know what the logical next card to play is. It's a little bit unconventional, but the next card we're going to play is going to be to swap Diego Enrique with Ansu Fati. It seems like an odd one. He can play up top. Ansu Fati might be better coming in as an inside forward. He might be more effective for us in that role. I'm hoping that proves to be the case here as we go and Brighton another goal kick that they've already punished us from a goal or from a start from a goal kick. But luckily Trent is there. Rooney inside for Szoboszlai to put it away. We're back on terms. He's finally stepped up to lead as the captain. I'll let him say that makes up for the penalty miss. It doesn't, because we'd have won the game already had he scored that penalty. But we'll pretend, for the sake of keeping the peace in the dressing room, as Rooney Bargi cuts inside again to really help us back from a tight situation. We've got 10 minutes to go, and we very much need to win this in extra time, because I am not convinced we'll be quite so lucky from the penalty spot. I just have a feeling this going to penalties is really, really bad for us. Well, this game is in fact going to penalties. And let's see what the assistant manager thinks. That's going to have to do. I don't like that Harvey Elliott is apprehensive. That doesn't bode well. Ansu Fati is nervous. There were so many nervous players out there. My brain is telling me to have Diego Enrique step in there, but I just don't want to do it because it feels too... Let's just try with this. We've got very little option. Relax, pick your spot, don't change your minds. I am going to grab the individuals who look nervous and apprehensive, and I'm just going to grab them and do a... There's no pressure on you. We've got pressure off Ansu Fati. That's small baby steps. Everyone else, I've got the utmost confidence in you all. Good luck in the shootout. Hopefully we can get them ready to go for the four penalties. Billy Gilmore steps up first, and hopefully I thought Alibert was going to get there. We can pull this one off. Szoboszlai stepping up. He's already missed one from the spot today. He needs to not do it again. He's put it away. Okay, we have normal service resuming from Dominic Szoboszlai. Ferry scored for Brighton in extra time. We'd like him to miss. Alibert's time to step up is now, and he's gone the wrong way, which hasn't helped us. And now it's Trent, who should be calm. He should be composed. He's been here before. He knows what he's doing. He steps up, he scores, and Trent does what he needs to, leading from the front. I would have had my two captains taking the first two anyway, so that's worked out well. Masalu steps up now. Alibert can't get there, and this feels like it's going to be a disaster. And now the man I'm most worried about in the penalty shootout, Harvey Elliott, is stepping up. Please, God, Harvey, score. He has. Okay. That's my biggest fear in the penalty shootouts. Out of the way. I think this is Mohamed Diomande, who played for us for the Ivory Coast, and he scores. And we are back to where we started. Ansu Fati next to step up. We had to alleviate his nerves. He scored. Okay, this penalty shootout's going to go on forever, barring something special here. Tipple has been an absolute pain for us all game. I would love it if Alibert saved this. Oh, he came so close. He came so close. And now it's Merkovic versus Rooney Bargi. Please, Rooney. Please. Please. Please score this. Please score this. Please score this. He has scored this. And all the pressure goes on Alibert to save from Van Hecke. And we're getting into that stage where the keeper should have more of an advantage. Oh, I thought he tipped that over the bar and he hadn't. He just missed out on the save. And now it's Diego Enrique stepping up. The man I've been saying all game has been making horrible mistakes. The man who finished the game up top for us. He needs to score this. Please, Diego. Yes, he's done it. And we go again. Mills, who's been outstanding. Credit where it's due. He's been outstanding for Brighton in this game. Up against Alibaba. It'd be cruel if he was the man responsible for them not winning it. And he's not going to be. And now it comes down to Lavia versus Mirkovic. And Lavia is not necessarily a man I want taking penalties, but needs must. This could come down to goalie versus goalie. I've got a horrible feeling. Lavia, with a penalty, puts it away. And I have no idea who steps up next. It's going to be Clark versus Alibaba. This penalty shootout has gone to the 8th round of penalties. No misses so far. Alibaba makes a save, and all the pressure now is going to fall on us as Mirkovic steps up into the goal. It's Guillaume stepping up, the versatile defender. Can play anywhere across the back with a chance to make himself a hero on Merseyside. Dinks it into the goal, and Liverpool somehow have come from behind again to win a trophy. We've won the League Cup. Unbelievable stuff. I've got more grey hairs than I did before. And we have somehow, some way, against God knows how many odds, come up from this with the League Cup, with trophy number 4 of the season, in the most stressful possible way, and we can breathe slightly easier knowing this one is in the books. There are 2 realistic trophies left to go for us to win this season. We are still in the FA Cup. We are still in the Champions League. We could still get the sextuple, which is ridiculous. The game's going to recall this as a treble because for some reason it doesn't count the All-Star game after it's been played. We don't really know why. But we have come out with the trophy. Congratulations, I'm happy. Well, yeah, why not? Let's not make anyone unhappy. I can do that in training. This is semi-miraculous, I would suggest, that we have got this trophy. I have no words. Eddie Howe spotted at Wembley. I'm guessing he's currently England boss. He is. He was looking just at Ben White of our players, and as you can see there, Diego Enrique also being looked at for a Brazil squad. We're going to have to make the most of this game in hand to have any chance in the league, but I would say it's a long shot. Even if we were to win that game in hand, we would still be 13. I have math that right. 13 points behind. It means I didn't earlier. 13 points behind. I'm still mathing it wrong. My brain can't. 11 points behind. I was mathing it right earlier. We'd be 11 points behind if we won our game in hand, which seems fanciful that we would chase the championship. So that's going to be an issue. Looking at going forward, as I said, we play Manchester United in the 5th round of the FA Cup. We haven't had our round of 16 opponents because those games are currently ongoing. I don't know who it's likely to be. We'll find out together. That'll be next episode, because coming back any sooner than that would be too soon. Hopefully, someone slightly easier. And hopefully, we can start to build some momentum as we head towards the end of the season, where unfortunately we'll have to play Blackburn in the last game of the season as well, which is, they'll be down by then. They'll be down by the end of March, I would suggest, with the way the table is going, unfortunately. But that's life. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Have always been Chasing Lamely. Do like, subscribe, ring the bell if you haven't already. Leave the comments down below. 4 trophies is ridiculous. I've been Chasing Lamely. Till next time, stay safe and have a good one.